Heartbreak, empty seats, and more disappointment at the Emirates. Arsenal lose 2-1 at home against Bournemouth. And I can't lie, Gunners, this is not the best way to prepare for the return fixture against PSG at the Parc des Princes, being 1-0 down. This is not the way to prepare against PSG. Although PSG have lost themselves 2-1 in Liga against Strasbourg. But they had 10 changes. You didn't. Questions need to be asked. Questions need to be asked. Arsenal started the game off really well, controlling the game as they usually do. Not many changes in the lineup. In fact, I would be surprised if they made any. Timber didn't play. Who else didn't play? I'm trying to think. I saw someone on the bench. Timber didn't play. He was in the stands. Marino didn't play. So, shuffle the pack a tiny little bit. But that should have been enough to beat Bournemouth. Now, credit to Bournemouth. They went there and done their thing. Now, it's very unusual for the corner boys to be conceding from 2 set pieces. It is very unusual for the set piece masters to concede from 2 set pieces. Now, where was Nicolas Jova? Where was he when the 2 set pieces were being scored by Bournemouth? Why didn't the camera zoom in on him? Why? Because they zoom in on him when everything goes well. Why don't they zoom in on him when everything doesn't go well? Ooh, disappointment. Disappointment at the Emirates. Arsenal started the game off well, as I mentioned earlier. Lovely pass from Martin Odegaard. And remember that name because we'll get to him in a second. Through to Declan Rice. Declan Rice crowns his 100th Arsenal appearance by scoring a goal. Arsenal go up 1-0 into half-time, and you're thinking, hey, Arsenal are going to cruise here. This is going to be a lovely day for the Gooners. So you thought. Because for large parts of that second half, Bournemouth, for me, were the better team. They had more chances. They created more. A lot of stuff didn't go well. That final pass in the final third didn't quite come off, losing the ball very cheaply a lot of times. Meanwhile, Arsenal had chances to kill the game off. Saka, great chance on the left-hand side, chops it from its left back to his right foot. Just wide, great chance from him. But then, a throw-in turned into a goal. Who would have thought that? Rory Delap was somewhere looking at this game, watching this game, proud, thinking, oh, my legacy lives on. My legacy lives on, even though he never played for Bournemouth. And then a set piece. Tavernier at the front post gets the flick on. Who's at the back post? Evan Nielsen. Scores with his hip, almost. There was a VAR check to see if there was a handball, but it wasn't. It wasn't clear and obvious. So the goal stood. And this brings me to my next point. And he's been getting a lot of slack lately. And I have to join in because I didn't really want to talk about it because I was like, maybe Arsenal fans are doing too much here. Maybe they're being a bit too harsh. But I promise you, they are not. Martin Odegaard. Oh, we will talk about you today. I have never seen, or it's been a very long time that I've seen a player so allergic to shooting. My brother, when you put yourself in good positions, you get yourself into good positions to let a shot off. You just don't. And I can't explain why. Even as a neutral fan, I'm looking at this and I'm going, the crowd is even inviting you. The crowd is even inviting you to shoot. Shoot! Nothing. He prefers the cute pass. And I've said this before. I've said this about 4 or 5 times. Arsenal players are very happy and very satisfied with just following Arteta's plan. I've said this a million times before. Arteta's plan is like a square box, right? He's got the square box, yeah? And Arsenal players, as long as they operate within that square box, they're happy. They don't take risks because Mikel's going to get angry. Mikel's going to be on the touchline. He's going to tell me off. So they'd rather stay in that square box, and just execute Arteta's plan the way they know, and they don't do anything out of the ordinary. They don't do anything out of the norm. As long as they stay within that square box, as long as we do what Mikel says, we'll be fine. Well, let me tell you something. Sometimes you have to do things outside of the norm. It just is what it is. That's football. Sometimes, as players, you've got to go, listen, we've got this plan here, but we've got to do this right now because we need to win. I'm seeing Arsenal still trying to play combination football with 30 seconds to go. My friends, you need a goal. You need a goal. Bournemouth do what they do. Control the game until the end. Win the game. Like I said, this is not the way to prepare for the return fixture against PSG. Now, a lot of these players have just played 70, 80, 85 minutes. Saka just played 86 minutes. Saka just played 86 minutes against Bournemouth. And he's going to start. Of course he is. Against PSG. He's going to start against PSG. Nice one, Arteta. Very well thought through. And you know what the crazy thing is, people? Arsenal have now been dragged into an unnecessary top 5 race when they could have finished second comfortably. Let me demonstrate. Arsenal, second, 67 points. Man City, third, 64 points. Newcastle, fourth, 62 points. Chelsea, fifth, 60 points. And if you want, you could even drag the 2 teams below into this top 5 race. Nottingham Forest, before their game on Monday against Crystal Palace at the time of recording. 6th, 60 points. Aston Villa, 7th, 60 points. Now, by the end of the season, my friends, Arsenal could finish the season in 4th, knowing that their next 2 opponents in the league after PSG are Liverpool and Newcastle. Woo! This season could prove to have a very, very cruel ending. A very, very cruel one. Arsenal fans, are you ready? Are you ready? Could you imagine a scenario where Arsenal finish in 4th after challenging for the title for the 3rd consecutive season? My question to you, Arsenal fans, and I'll finish this video with that. Are you still going to back Arteta if that could be the case? The possibility of finishing 4th when you have Liverpool and Newcastle next. Ooh, it is looking peak. It is looking very, very, very peak. Are you still going to be Arteta in? Arteta brought us as far as he can. He made us challenge again. He deserves another season. That's my question to you guys. If you made it till the end of this video, people, go in the comment section and type in Arsenal 4th? Question mark. Only time will tell. Listen, like the video, subscribe to the channel. This one was a bit of a funny one for my Arsenal friends. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. It's road to 20k, people. Make sure we get there ASAP. Like, share, comment, subscribe, people. And I'm out. Peace.